Hello everyone, this is Maher Al-Raham, and today we're going to cover the first group of the letter Abgad, which is part of chapter 2. In this video we're going to start writing the letters and applying the vowel. One thing I forgot to mention in a previous video, that the number apply in this page, for example here 11, may be different than the printing book page. So always try to match your book with the screen you see here so you can follow up with your textbook. Okay, first letter in the alphabet, Syriac Eastern alphabet, is Alap. Alap is, again, I'm not going to go over every single thing in this page. We're going to try to move on, and you can pause this one every time you want to read the details in this case. Alap is an A in English, and numeric value for Alap is 1. Again, numeric value, not the sounds of 1, is Alap. The name number for 1 in Syriac is Kha for male, Kha for male, Gda for female. So every time I have something is a male or masculine, let's say, in a general masculine, we're going to use Kha. And when the noun or adjective is in a feminine form, we're going to use Gda. This is very important to know the difference. However, only 1 to 10 are different for has, or let's say has, masculine and feminine. So you need to know the difference between a male and female for number 1 to 10 to be apply on the spoken language. Now, grammar 1, do you see the line, the slide line above Daleth, the second letter here? Here, when you see a slide line like this one above any letter, that's mean that letter is silent. Do not mention that one or do not pronounce that letter. We need it for spelling. Just like any other language, English language, they have many of this. You write a letter but you never pronounce it. So this is one of them, and in our language we put, or in Syriac we put a single slide line above a letter, mean that line is silent. Again, this one is a grammar. Okay, means apply to classical and spoken language. More example, like when we say Raza, do you see here Alap at the beginning has no vowel but automatically is silent, but has a line above it is silent. Raza mean mass, human nasha, and bed it should be tishwitha, but we don't say tishwitha because we silent the tau at the beginning, so it's going to be shwitha. To learn more about this silent thing, which is called athwatha tliqe, you can go and see appendix E for more rules in this case. Alap has no sounds without a vowel, making it silent by itself, especially at the end of the word. Alap has the sounds of the vowel applied on it. So when I have a vowel on Alap is going to have that sounds. Alap is the first of the 3 weakest letters, and again, why it's the weakest letter? Because it is sometimes silent when it has no vowel. We have 2 more. We're going to discuss that one later. Alap is one of those unjoined letter, means do not join from left side. And also never appeared in the middle of the proper noun. Okay, that is a very important, because we have other noun, Alap could be part in the middle. could be shown there. Okay, so when it's a proper noun, you cannot have alap in the middle. So what about is going to happen has the sounds of ah in a proper noun? Well, that is going to be part of the vowel, and we're going to represent it with the skapa on a letter for that sounds. Okay, so if it is either appear at the beginning or at the end of the proper noun. Now, if alap shows in the middle of the proper noun, this means that word is not a Syriac or is not an original Syriac word or proper noun. For example, when we need to say Mark, Mark is a name in English, Mark. So if I want to write it in Surat, I'm going to put an alap in the middle. Even though it has no vowel and it makes itself silent, but I have to have it there just because this one is not a Syriac word, so we're going to put it in there. Again, it's not a Syriac proper noun, so that's why we have it in the middle. Again, alap is an unjoined letter, means does not join from left, and that exactly how is going to look like. Here you have this table to show you how exactly it's going to show at the beginning, how exactly it's going to show in the middle. You see it's going to join from right, nothing from the left, and how it's going to join or show at the end. When it's joined, it's going to look like this one. When it does not join to the one before, it's going to stand alone, and that's how it's going to look like when it stands alone. Here is the Strangilo. Now, how are we going to write alap? I'm going to show you how we're going to write alap using the digital board I have. But before you're going to start, just look at this information here. And then when I'm going to show you how to write alap in both sides, in both form, you try to write alap here in this area to see how it's going to look like. First of all, alap, okay, is above the line. That's mean if you have line, let me just switch my screen. If you have line in your paper, so alap is going to show at the top of that one. Again, this one, the board is not like it show here has a line. The digital board I have has no line, so I may write the letter a little bit off above or under the line, and I apologize for that one because really this one is a digital, not like a real board. So I'm going to try my best in this case. So alap is going to look like this one line. Again, I don't care about how the book is show you, but I want you to learn this is an alap. Okay, so we're going to say alap. This is how we're going to write alap. Okay, it's almost like a number 2 in English, but again, number 2 has nothing like this one, but we have a dot. And I tried to make it this one long just to show you this one is joined from here. So again, I'm gonna write alap here. Again, and I apologize because really with the digital board, cannot control is very sensitive with the move of the pen. So I'm trying my best. That's alap and is above the line. And strangilo, it's like 2 lines like this one and one comes from the top. Okay, here you go. And that is strangilo. However, I did not put any description how to write the strangilo in the book, but that is going to help you here how to write alap. Again, I'm going to write each one here, alap, with a little bit big font here, alap. Okay, in the next page in the book, if we're going to go back to the book, it's going to be apply, how we're going to apply alap with the vowel. So here, I'm going to move on to that one, but let's just see here how it's going to look like. So I want you to again, I'm not going to repeat this one every time we do this. So by the way, all of them are similar, so you're gonna have something like this about any letter, and then something here to write for you a letter by itself. On the next page you're gonna have two things: one to write the alap with the vowels, and then some examples with the vowel. Here what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to excuse me, I'm gonna try to write the letter with the vowel and for a couple of times for you guys, and say the alap with the vowel. So you're gonna memorize this one every time we have any letter. And here we're gonna shift this one here, and we're gonna take some examples with the alap as is shown here. So let me switch out back to digital board and writing alap with the vowel. I don't need to write again, so I'm gonna just apply the vowel here. Oh, you know what? I already promised you that I'm gonna show you that one. So we're gonna say alap, and with the scapa, okay, this is how it's gonna written, or how it's gonna look like. Alap with the scapa. Again, alap takes the sounds of that vowel, apply on it. So alap with the scapa is gonna be Okay, again, we're not gonna apply vowel on the strangilo. Strangilo does not take vowel, does not take the dot. So straight with no dot, with no dot. So this one is with the scapa. Now we're just gonna apply alap with the pthaha. Sorry, alap. Dot above, dot underneath it. Sounds is Sounds is again. With the zlam bshiqa, short I, two dots here. Alright, zlam bshiqa, two dots here. Short I. With the zlam qishya, okay, two dots underneath it in this form, which is the sounds of open E, A, open E, A. Okay. Now the next two vowels, they're going to be rwaha and rwasan. They are derived from the letter waw. Alap and rwaha, O, single dot above is O. And again, alap and single dot above, O. Same thing with rwasa. Alap with the single waw, single dot underneath it, oo. Alap, single dot underneath it, oo. And finally, alap with the hwasa, long E, E. Alap with the hwasa, E. Sorry for my writing here again. Very hard, tough using digital board with writing. So that is the alap with the vowel, or with the vowels. Okay, let's just go back to this page in the colored book, probably 12, page 12. Again, don't worry about that pages. The only thing I want you to know that this is the page, and you can match it with your book. Alright, alap with the scapa, long A, I have two examples. Ab, that is August. And then Asya, doctor, for male doctor. Asya. Alap with the pthaha, short A, alaha, alaha, arya. By the way, here, this column, you're going to see this column like an empty one. in all when we study the letters. So what do you need to do? Why this column is left it like this is going to be used if you read here. You know, probably you're not good with the English. You cannot write it with the English, which is honestly, when I write any word in Syriac in English, a lot of people, they say, Maher, this is not the right how you spell it in English. The way you say it is not the same way you write it. And that is going to be hard for everyone. If I'm going to write ab here, probably you're going to say, oh, this is not the right one. It should be ab, like you said. It should be written in this with the English. So I meant to leave this one empty here. So you, wherever language you speak, you can write it using your language. That is going to be more easy for you to come and review this one later, and you can start learning how to read and write. So ab, alap a, ab, alap asya, with the short a, alaha, arya, with the short I, umma, 100. Also, umma in a classic means mother. And in dialogue, spoken dialogue, Eastern spoken dialogue, we say yumma. So that is mom. Yumma is mom. Umma is 100 or mother. With the open E, eka, umtha, oretha, ilana. Moving on to the second letter in the first group, Beth. Beth is a B in English. Okay, and I have two grammars here apply on the Beth. Grammar number 2, it says when a single dot is placed above the letter Beth, it has a hard B sounds. Like when we have in the previous example, ab. You see, ab. August, ab. So that is sounds of, when I have a single dot above, that is sounds of B. Sometimes when you have this single dot with the птаха, which means dot above and dot underneath, the dot above is going to be mixed with this dot, and you will see a single dot, small dot underneath the B, and you're going to see that it sounds B with the птаха B, with the птаха B. So that is gonna be part of grammar, and you need to pay attention to this kind of because it's really make change when you read and write. So B, it sounds heavy B, hard B. And now when grammar 3, it says when a single dot is placed beneath the letter Beth, single dot here, it becomes soft and it has a W sounds. So every time I have a single dot underneath B, that sounds is not B, or that letter is not B anymore, is a W. And that is a grammar in Surah. Okay, that is a grammar. For example, when I say shwawa, shwawa means neighbor. Shwawa. Do you see the two dot Beth? I have one Beth here, another Beth here, two dots, one single dot underneath this one single dot underneath this one. So that means the sounds of these two Beth are wow. Shwa, wa, shwa, wa, neighbor. If I'm not gonna if I'm not gonna sounds those are like wow or W, so it's gonna be jbaba. Alright, jbaba for Eastern dialogue does not mean anything. Okay, they're gonna say, what are you trying to say, jbaba? What is jbaba? So it should be shwawa. That's why I said it's a grammar, and we need to pay attention to the single dot there. Numeric value for Beth is 2. 2 name, the name of 2 in Surah is tre for male, titte for female. Again, we are studying the Nineveh plain, Deshten Nineveh accent in here. However, the people or the other accent we have in the Eastern dialect is Lishan Tura or mountain accent. They have slight difference of using some words like tre and for male is the same, but when they say to titte in the dialogue in a Nineveh accent we say titte. In the mountain dialogue they say terte. What exactly happened with the mountain dialogue? They do not silence the resh, the second letter. Titte. We say titte in a Nineveh plan. The mountain plan they say terte. Terte. So that is the slight difference between the two accents, the mountain and Deshten Nineveh. So here you learn one more thing. Beside we have two dialects in the Eastern, and I mean in the Syriac language, which is the Eastern dialect and the Western dialect. In the Eastern dialect, we have two accents, two major accents. Deshten Nineveh, for short, we called Lishan Deshta, and the second one is Lishan Tura, which means the mountain accent. However, there is another language, or there is another accent, is called Urmi accent. Urmi Jnai, Urmi, that is part of, as is known, Iran in present date or present day. So there it could be kind of slight different than the mountain or close to the mountain accent, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Deshta accent and Urmi accent are very kind of hard to compare. Okay, but they're still Syriac language. Now you're gonna ask what exactly make one language like this one has too many accents, and even though people of these villages or towns or cities do not understand that much between them. And the reason is we were not allowed to teach this language in a school. We were not allowed to have media to speak this language. And I'm speaking in the countries this language is original from. And the countries, people, they live Iraq, Iran, Syria, Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan, Gulf countries or Gulf Persian Gulf countries. Okay, all these countries, they were not allowed to teach, or we were not allowed to teach this language in the school or have our own TV or radio, so we can have this language among our people as a united language between all of them. So each village, each city kept their accent, and good, we still have this language alive and spoken between our people. And that is kind of political thing. Arab people, they never like other nations to learn the language, their own language. And same with the Kurdish, same with the Iranian people, Persian people, and same with the Turks. They never allowed to speak this language. Till recently, in 1991, when the north of Iraq was separated from government in Iraq, Baghdad, we were able to support in our own cost to open our own schools in the north of Iraq, and everything now is teaching in Surat back in there. Now there is a degree in a college with the Syriac language, and people taking this degree for their career, as a career. Anyway, let's just go back to this one here. So numeric value of Beth 2, 3 for male, titte for female. Beth itself, by itself, is used as a preposition letter to indicate a certain relation to other words. Now, when usually this one is going to be at the beginning of the word. Now, if the word is a noun, it's going to come in the meaning of with. Okay, means with. For example, ثالخ بشلامة. ثالخ بشلامة. Shlama means peace. Bishlama, with peace. Means by. Okay, means by. كثولي قنية. قنية is a pen. بقنية, you buy. By tool, using with a tool. قنية. Means in, to as a preposition of movement or where. In a temple, for example, in a temple means بهيكلة. هيكلة means temple. بهيكلة, in a temple. In the temple. Means also at, okay, to represent the time. Okay, for example, when you say at night, بليلة. ليلة originally means Layla. Layla is a classical word for night. Lele is in the spoken language. So when Lele means night, when I say Blele means at night. Okay. Also used to explain the reason. Okay, he died because of cancer. أو مثل سرطانة. بسرطانة. Sartana is a cancer. بسرطانة, of cancer, to explain the reason. Also used to compare. Okay, to compare two things. مريم إلى بشخيلن تمنخ منايوثا. منايوثا is a math or mathematics. منايوثا, to compare in a math. Okay. Now, when Beth join a verb, it's gonna change that verb to the present continue verb. For example, or let's say it's gonna change or make it the ing. When we say ing at the end of the verb to present continue, I'm studying. Studying. So drasha, or sometimes drasa, sh is seen, converted to the dialogue, drasha or drasa. So I'm gonna say bidrasha or bidrasa, studying. Ana iwan bidrasha. Ana iwan bidrasha or ana iwan bidrasa. Same thing, because most of the time sheen is seen in the spoken language, and other letters as well, they have another sounds in the spoken language. So bidrasha or bidrasa is the same thing. Ana iwan bidrasha. Beth connects to any letters which follows it, and is not one of those unjoined letters. Is joined from both sides. And this is how exactly it's going to look like when it joined in a word. And here it's how it's going to be the same for Strangilo and Syriac Eastern dialogue. Same thing, honestly, nothing different. And I'm gonna try to switch and teach you. When I'm gonna do that, when I'm gonna show you how we're gonna write Beth, I want you to write the Beth here, and then right after that one, so I don't need to switch my screen. We're gonna come to this one here and we apply the vowel, and I want you to write this one here for the vowels. And we're gonna start learning some words are made from the two letters so far we have covered, and then we're gonna apply the vowels in the letter itself. So I'm gonna switch to my digital screen here. Allow me to clean up this guy here and write Beth. Okay, again, Beth is above the a line, just like Alap, and here is gonna be how we're gonna write it. That is Beth, and it is the same for Strangilo and Eastern dialect. Beth. Okay. With a vowel, so B is the sound of Beth, B. With the skapa is going to be Ba. With the pthaha, Ba. With the zlama pshiqa, short I, B. With the zlama qishya, sorry, cancel this one, zlama qishya, B. With the rwasa, U, Bu. With the rwaha, B. With the hwasa, B. So if I'm going to read this one, it's going to be Ba, Ba, B, Be, Bu, Bo, B. Okay, let's just switch to my book, to the book. Here, words are made from the two letters so far we have covered, and it's good to apply this one. I'm going to try to write those with you later. First one is Ab, August. So I want you to write Ab several times here to learn how we're going to join. Let's see here, Alap does not join to Beth. Alap does not join from left. And Awa, father. You see Beth has a single dot underneath it, so the sound is W, Awa. Awa, father. And that is exactly the classic word, but also we use Awa, Awahatha for plural, so we use it here too. And if you want to know how we say dad in the spoken language, Baba, Ba, Ba. Ba, Ba. So let's just switch to digital form here, so I can show you how we're gonna write. For example, Ab, again Alap with does not join from left. Okay, Ab. Okay, Baba here is join. Beth join to another Beth and join to Alap. You see, Alap, we mentioned that is always silent, has no vowel here at the end. So the sounds you hear ba ba, it's not the sounds of this Alap. It's sounds of this lama or skapa, sorry, the long A, ba ba. Okay, with the vowel ba, Babel, ba. I have two words, Baghdad, Betha, B, short I have two words, Bagber, Bisla, Be, Bera, Bu, Buma, Bo, Butlana, Bi, Biba. that's about Alap and Beth. Let's just move on to the third letters, or third letter, Gamal. Gamal is a G in English. Grammar I have here, which is I mentioned here, grammar 4. When a single dot is placed beneath G, like this one, it has a soft sounds and does not have anything in English for that sounds. Okay, and usually we give them GH, and the sounds is R, R, like in par, pagra, pagra, pagra. Again, guys, try to write whatever I say in Surah using your own language, the sounds of that word. For example, here, pagra, you can write it in your own language, how exactly pronounce, using your own letters, your own language letters, to write this one, pagra. R. Numeric value for Gamal is tlatha for male, tullath for female. Tlatha, tullath. Gamal connects from both sides. And here exactly how it's going to look like in the word. And here how we're going to start writing Gamal. So here I have in this page line for to write it by itself for you is the same for Strangilo. And here with the vowel. So I'm gonna switch the screen to go to the soft board, okay, and writing this guy or Gamal for you. Gamal is have some part of it is above the line and another part is underneath the line. So it's made of two parts. A line like this one. I'm sorry. Let's just switch this guy here. Line like a 45. Okay, 45 going from half of here to underneath. Probably more like this. Okay, and then a small line here on the line. That is Gamal. I'm going to write it here again, Gamal. This is Gamal. G is the sounds. When I have a single dot underneath it, again it's going to give me a sounds of R. And that is a grammar. And this is not a vowel, by the way. Okay? Because vowel are represented by two dots on a regular letters and single dot on a waw and yod to give me those three other vowels. Now the sounds with the vowel, G with the skapa, ga, ga, g, ge, gu, go, gi. Again, ga, ga. So here, this one, I'm sorry, this one is ga, ga, ge, ge, gu, go, gi. Alright, let's see, these words are made of the three letters so far we have learned. I have two words here. I want you to write those as well here in those area. Gabba, gabba means second group or a group or political party. Gabba. And the second one is baga, baga. Sounds of skapa with the vowel with the gamal, g, ga, garista, garista. Ga, I have two words, gamla, gamla. And the second one is gabba, gabba. G, short I, g, gilla, gilla. Ge, gewitha, gewitha. You see here, Beth has a single dot underneath it. It sounds W, so it's going to be gewitha, gewitha. Gu, I have two words, guda, guzra. Go, gona, gi, gihon. Alright, let's just move on to the fourth letter in the alphabet and the last letter of the first group abjad, which is Dalath. D. D. D in English. I have a grammar here too, grammar 5. When a single dot is placed beneath the letter Dalath, it becomes soft and it has the TH, the in English, TH, the, like in the. Numeric value of Dalath is 4, arba for male, arbe for female. It also functions as a preposition letter. Just like we have Beth, Dalath does that thing too. And it means who, which, or whose. Okay? Mariyat Parqan. The Lord who saved us. Mariyat Parqan means of the God, the God's book, كثاود ألها. كثاود ألها. Also means from, إسحاق الننوي. Dalath is one of those unjoined letter, does not join from left, and this is how it's going to look like when it's in a word. And here again, I'm going to show you how we're going to write the Eastern dialect font for Dalath and the Strangilo. And I will apply the vowel on Dalath as well. Okay, so Dalath is above the letter for both Eastern dialect and Strangilo. So it's going to come like this. Be like this one and Dalath. Line underneath it. Okay? Make sure this line is going like this and make it straight. Don't bring it down. Okay? Because they have another letter that is going to look like this one. Dalath. And when I have a single dot to make it TH, I'm going to have it here or some type or some books, they're going to put it underneath the line. So if it's going to be here or underneath, that means that is the TH. The Strangila or Strangilo is going to look like this one. Sorry. That is Dalath for Strangila. With the vowel Skapa, Dalath, D, the sounds of Dalath, with the Skapa long A, Da, Da, D, De, Do, Do, D. Okay, let's just move on and see the words we have made of the 4 letters. The first group we have so far, Baghdad, Baghdad, ڨذاذة, ڨذاذة. Also ڨذاذة is Gidda, okay, in a mountain accent. Again, that is the another accent, ڨذاذة. Finally, Dibba, Dibba. Here, with the vowels, da, long A, da, dara, dara, da. I have 2 words, dayana, dargushta. De, with a short I, de, Islam bshiqa, dibba, didwa. Dibba, Beth has no dot underneath it, so the sound is b, dibba. Here, with the didwa, Beth has a dot underneath it, sounds of wow. And Deleth, I'm not sure if you see there is like 2 dots. One of them is a line, another dot, and to make it th, didh, didhwa. De, open E, dewa. Do, duka. Do, dolitha. Di, dika.